So I think what I'd like to do now, if we could, and maybe whoever wants to kick off, I know both of you are going to contribute to this section. So I just want to break down the what you're actually offering clients, right down to the parts you're putting together for them. More expansion on the service, how it all fits together in their operations. So I guess let's just start with the actual parts.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Jared. So our bar and plate product is an aluminium cooling product, essentially. It's our core classic product line. It provides massive, exactly, so back
Okay.
right-hand side of my shoulder. So it's got massive features and benefits. It's a heavy-duty bar and plate configuration. Corner block, we reinforce the corner block, engineered design for improvements, anodized cores, really improve performance for our customers. And extend the service life, because what any client doesn't want is unplanned maintenance in between their maintenance cycle, right? So our key performance is to reduce those maintenance outages. We custom design piping systems to fit into existing structures and configurations, which we work with clients to get best fit. And then the increased product life. So it's fully welded aluminium bar and plate and a robust solution for many cooling applications. Obviously, aluminium has excellent cooling properties as well.
Yeah, so one of the advantages that we have as a company, because there is obviously other companies participating in this space as well, is that the cooling division came together through the acquisition of probably premium radiator shops across Australia. And predominantly they were service shops. And the advantage that that provided was actually being able to see what works in the field and, more importantly, what doesn't, what causes failures. And by passing that feedback back through our engineering company, a lot of those features and benefits that Andrew was talking about become our day-to-day offering, if you like, and are automatically built into the product. So we're using higher grades of aluminium to resist corrosion. We talked about anodizing. There's expansion facilities. And products like here, you'll actually notice that the two parts of the core are bolted together. That's simply to address cracking issues that were in the original design. And so by looking at what really works in the field, using those 5 branches that we've got to keep on taking that information in and provide back to the engineering, we get this whole 360 continuous improvement that we are able to invest into our products.
You clarified something that I was going to ask you to expand on, that when you're coming in, you're not just replacing what was there. There's a lot of different levels of actually improving it. Like when you say the components you're using are, less resistant to, or more resistant to corrosion, I should say, that is different than what the original OEM provided on that unit. Is that right?
Correct.
Absolutely. We get opportunity because there has been failures in one way or another. It hasn't met life. There's benefits of expansion, contraction. Obviously, we're working in a heating and cooling environment. And the key components, so we're looking at charge air coolers, oil coolers, hydraulic oil coolers. That's the space that this core classic product line operates. And that's, as I said before, that's agnostic. That's across OEM. So it's Cat, Komatsu, Liebherr. We can provide an offering or work with clients to solve their problems.
Do the clients know their problems when they're coming to you? Is it always pretty clear, or is there a certain amount of communication before, like let's say something has been going wrong with one of their units? Is it a failure of the unit? Is it sometimes how they're servicing it? What are sort of the scenarios that you find?
There's a consultation piece, right, where sales are the interface of the company, and they're talking to clients daily and obtaining information. What are their pain points, whether it is life, performance, and that's where the process starts. And then those components get passed to our engineering team to look at and potentially improve. And if the fleet or the number of machines nationally or globally is big enough, we've got no problem stocking and backing our product in. We offer extensive warranties on these products, so up to 2 years. And rarely see failures. So we really, like I said, back our product in and really believe it's an excellent solution.
And the two issues that the clients generally see fall into 2 categories. Number one, it leaks. don't really know why it just leaks. Or number two, it overheats and don't really know why it just overheats. And that's where we kind of sort of step in and sort of say, well, if it's leaking, there has to be a reason, and we need to understand what that is. Otherwise, we're just going to create a problem that leaks as well. So if we're not sure, we're probably not going to be the first to market, but when we go to market, it's going to be right. And we're going to make sure that we've got a product there. Quite often we'll open up the core and make it look less cooling efficient than what the original one did. But what that did was address potentially a blockage issue that was coming from the outside. So the original cooler was fine, but it gets blocked in service all the time, which leads to the overheating. Get rid of the blocking problem, no longer overheats, and client's got a solution. So as long as the item works correctly, we don't tend to hear from the customers as much. But when they do have an issue, they know what the cause is, or what the outcome is, but they don't necessarily know what's causing that to be the problem.
And what's interesting, this equipment's operating in some pretty extreme environments, right? 50 degrees in the Pilbara, underground gold mines, coal on the East Coast. So there's potentially a different solution for different regions or issues that we can really help with.